Yes. Slims the Bank put me on ink over here at my studio doing the Put Me On podcast. I want to thank everybody for joining in today. We have a couple of guests. We have Dope As is already, well, Dopeness is actually already ready to be up on here. You know, he was nice and early. He actually was watching me set up. I didn't even notice, but, shout outs to him. On that note, what I'm going to do is actually bring him on, so we could go ahead and have him be a part of the show. So, dopeness, welcome to the show. Welcome to the show. Actually, he just bounced out. I don't know where he went. So, well, basically, this podcast is to actually get things ready for our showcase that is going on Friday the 13th over here in New York City. Let me go ahead and bring up my camera a little bit so like you can actually see my lovely face more than my actual computer. So on that note, yeah, we have our showcase up in Brooklyn Friday the 13th of this year. We already have 11 acts already ready to go. Shout out to all of them for locking in and not wasting no time. Basically, we started doing it about maybe like a couple of days ago. We got oh, let's go ahead and bring her in. We ain't gonna waste no time. What's good?
Hi, how you doing?
Hey Chanel, how's the world treating you?
Good. Went to the garden today.
You said that you doing the garden or you went to the garden?
Went to the garden. Yeah. What's it called? Central Park Conservatory.
Okay. When you said the garden for me, I thought that you were talking about Madison Square Garden, but
Oh no.
So I want to thank you for being a part of the podcast. You're performing on Friday the 13th, and
Yeah.
I'm looking forward to actually seeing you do your thing. Can you let the people know about yourself a little bit?
I'm a poet. I and I also blog pretty much. Um, yeah, that's it.
That's all you're gonna tell them. So, like, what type of poetry do you actually do? What type of spoken word?
Oh, it's like short stories and I do all different types really.
All right. So what can they expect for Friday the 13th?
Some good stuff, yo. Got
But
some good
like, come
stuff
on,
lined up.
you got to give them a little bit more than that. A little bit more than that. Like, is it gonna be, um, is it gonna be something romantic? Is it gonna be something funny? Is it gonna be something dramatic? Is it gonna be more political? Like,
Oh, I have one about
which direction are we
meditating,
going? Huh?
one about meditating and making sure everything's aligned. And then I got another one about dating. Um, yeah.
So yeah. um, I see that dopeness is an artist that is supposed to be performing, and I keep on seeing him come in and leave. So I'm gonna wait for him to get stable before I actually bring him on. And also, if he could, turn on his camera. I know that he's supposed to be outdoors, so I know that there might be some things in the background, but it's all good. We all here for the love. So, um, how long have you been doing the spoken word, Chanel?
I've been doing spoken word since I was little. My mom is actually a singer, and she used to always be like running around writing songs and stuff. So I was like thinking I could do that too, you know? I used to write poems.
So, so,
So
so,
since
so,
I was like six, seven, yeah.
all right, so it's been about like 2, 3 years because you're only like 10, So, but the thing with you is like, your mom was a singer, and you thought that you could do it too. So, have you ever tried to turn it into an actual song and like actually try
No,
singing yourself?
no. I'm not really a singer, so that's like I've always done poetry.
Shit, I got the lyrics, but I ain't got the voice. Is that what you're trying to say?
I mean, if I'm sure if I practice, like naturally, I might have inherited some talent, you know. But I used to be on a gospel choir.
All right, okay, okay. So like, are you trying? Oh, well, not trying. Like, what's your ultimate goal with your spoken word? Is that just a way that you express yourself, or are you trying to take it on tour? You trying to write books? You trying to do your own events? Like like what's the goal?
Um, Basically events. Like I used to host the open mic that was like every week. Um, when I used to live down in Maryland. So I want to get back into that because their spoken word is like fire down there. Like they're really into it. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like New York kind of like fell off a little bit. Like they used to be into it, but not as much. With like you got like New Year weekend and stuff and all that other stuff. But hopefully I'll be able to like bring back the fire in New York when it comes to poetry. Everybody will be like talking about it and wanting to go to the shows and you know.
I believe that there's a want for it. Because just like you said, like the New Year weekend. Actually, my first event I did at the New Year weekend.
Oh yeah.
I was actually there maybe a couple of weeks ago. The issue that, and also like the Bowery Poetry Club as well. So shout out to the Bowery Poetry Club. I also did some events over there. But I think that people want poetry, but venues are not really allowing those shows to like really exist in New York because they don't think that it generates that much money for them. Because like a lot of poetry shows, a lot of them is $5, $10 or whatever the case may be. And if you have 50, 60 people, that's only you know $250 maybe. If you charge them like $10 or whatever the case may be. Um,
Hmm.
so at the bottom line, they're looking at it like, are they going to be buying alcohol? Are they going to be doing this or whatever the case may be? So I don't think that they think that there's money in it like that. But I'm actually looking to get into like not me personally doing spoken word, but like I'm looking to get more into like giving more opportunities to spoken word artists because I meet a lot of them, and they always think that like they can't really get out there unless they turn it into an actual song and start rapping or singing or whatever the case may be. So definitely shout outs to you for knowing what you're looking to do and like staying that course. So I definitely do commend you on that. Um, so you're looking to get back into like the events. When do you know when you're looking to actually start that?
I mean, we could start with your show. I've done,
Just I start with that and then branch off and do my own. Yeah, yeah. Go ahead.
yeah. Um, I've done a couple of shows. I do Westchester Poetry Slam every month, and yeah, I'm just looking to book more. Get booked more in different events. So I've
Yeah.
done like a couple of pop up events, and like this one wine tasting was pretty cool because everybody
Oh,
was drunk. They were really
oh.
into their poems.
They think that they was really into the poems. They were just so tore up that everything was great.
No,
Everybody
they
was
were like on
wonderful.
every word, yo. It was they were really paying attention. It had something to do with the wine, I guess.
Yeah. So what was that poem about?
Hmm?
The poem that you performed that
I
they
did
was
like
into every
five
line.
poems. Um, I did five poems during the wine tasting. What was it? I don't remember. That was like a year ago.
Hmm.
But yeah, I just remember like they were on every word and they were like clapping and like screaming and stuff. I was like, wow.
They're like encore, encore.
Yeah, that was the best
One
audience
more,
I ever
one more.
had.
I have so it's like you've been writing for a while. So like you've
Yes.
probably been around for a while. What do you think is the biggest difference between when you first started back when you was a teenager until now? Like what do you think is like the biggest difference?
Um, I like branch out and write about different things, different experiences. And before I used to like do like a lot of love poems when I was little. I like wrote one about Hero. That was one of like my first poems, and it was talking about a firefighter come and rescue you and turn into like your fiance type of thing. So I was very romantic when I was younger. It was so yeah.
Yeah, and what about the difference? The biggest difference with the spoken word scene. So like back when you was going out to gyms and things like that, back then compared to the way that it is now.
Um, I'm just saying uh, they were different because it was different areas. When I lived in Maryland and when I lived in PA, their open mics were always packed. You know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
Standing room only. It was the thing. Everybody went out and did it, and I was like, because they asked me to host it. They're like, because I used to have a really big afro. Now I got long locks, but my big afro really stood out. And they were like, "Yeah, we love your look." And they had a big old ankh on the wall, and they just, they were just like really into it. And they used to do it at like juice bars and little coffee shops, and but it was like this one. I don't remember the name of the group, but it was one of the Philly poets, and he had wanted me to host, and I was like, all right, yeah.
Yeah,
But he
like
did
mhm.
he did Philly and Baltimore, and so he's back and forth and stuff.
Yeah, like I remember actually the first venue that I ever went to was where it was a poetry joint. And it was basically letting people know and like giving people opportunity. I think it was like every Monday, I think it was. It was in the back of a
Mhm.
bar. And what it was is like a lot of the times basically people would come out, like do their poems and everything. And then they would, just chill out, have some drinks, do some networking. And like nowadays I just see a lot of venues is like that whole camaraderie is no longer there. Like people come, they'll do their poems, and then like they'll leave, and like they won't
Mhm.
really network, they won't really show
Oh,
support to
like watch
other people.
everybody else's.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
like it's like do you actually see that as well?
No, I mean the shows that everybody stayed and was like, cheering on the next group, you know, because they loved it. Not only did they love to perform, they loved to watch it too.
Yeah, yeah. I went to an event on last week. It wasn't a poetry event. It was a Christian hip hop music event, and it was
Oh,
interesting.
really?
Yeah, because like I'm not really like in like Christianity like that, but somebody invited
Hmm.
me and they're like, "Hey, it was a music event." I said, "All right, I love art. I like going out and meeting new people." So I go
Yeah.
to it, and then when I get there, that's when he whispers to me, "Hey, man, it's a Christian based event." I'm like, "Yeah, it is what it is. At least I don't have to listen to like murder, death, kill music for the whole night." So it was
Yeah.
it was different. Um, and the first act, not too good, not
Uh
too good,
oh.
you know. And I'm like, oh man, do I have to deal with this for like the whole night because I've never been to that event. And most of the time, like whenever it's a event that has like a small group of people,
Yes.
most of the time, like they're very similar to each other, and that's why they get
Hmm.
along. So I'm like, oh, I don't know. And then like the second dude was actually pretty good. The third dude
Hmm.
was like really dope. And then the spoken word lady, she came up and she started doing her thing. And then her boyfriend went up. Okay, it was like an open mic. Her boyfriend went up and he was a music artist, but he didn't have any music on him, so he just did like an acapella. and that was pretty cool. And then the last guy that performed, yeah, so you know, so pretty much like when you was doing your events, how did you actually find your acts, or was it more like social media, or was it more like word of mouth?
It was a combination of both actually, because they're already so popular from people doing it for years and years and years, and like every performance was so good. And they mix it in with guitarists and stuff. Like I'm learning how to play guitar now, so I could have like that soulful strumming while I'm doing my. It's so hard, yo, and so expensive. Guitar lessons are like $75 an hour, yo.
Oh,
But yeah, like I'm trying to combine that too because I thought that was cool when I used to watch the shows down south, you know. But yeah, that's
yeah,
pretty
like
much it.
how you ever thought of like drums? Because drums seem like it'll be easier.
Like djembe.
Yeah, yeah, like the little hand drums, and like you just
Hmm.
do your little
I've
pattern.
actually performed with a drummer. Yeah, I have. He just like did like a steady beat. That was cool, but it's like I don't know. I guess I could use my son's drum. My son is a drummer too. Um, but I never really thought about drumming. No, I just thought the guitar was really cool, but it's so hard to learn.
Um, like I think like whenever I see somebody um playing the guitar and singing or performing at the same time, I'm like, I can't do that.
Yeah.
Like talking and knowing to hit chords and I'm like nah, like I'm never going to even I don't even attempt that. Like I got
Yeah.
actually we talked about this up on social media. I got like maybe around like 7 guitars in
Oh,
my
that
studio.
many?
Yeah,
Wow.
I got like 7 guitars and I don't know how to play none. And I got a violin. I got
Oh yeah,
electric.
you said.
I got acoustic. I got all of these instruments, and I don't know how to play any of them. So
Uh-huh.
yes, but yeah, I just focus on using my MPC, and I just sequence off of that. Actually I could play keys a little bit. Like you can't tell me to play Amazing Grace or something like that. That's not going to happen. But I know chords, I know notes, and I know the keys and everything. I could do that, but actually like trying to play like a whole song, nah. I just sequence it and I
Yeah.
leave it at that. Have you ever thought about doing that? Is that like having some production done beforehand and having it play while you do your do your pieces?
Oh, like a voiceover type of thing.
Yeah, like basically you performing live, but you're going over a backing track.
Um, I that's like if I want to incorporate music more, you know. I haven't. I've seen it done, and I didn't really like it. I felt like it took away. I felt like it took away from the poetry aspect because most of the time poetry is a cappella.
Yeah.
You know, like a little drum, just a little bit, not the whole time. You know what I'm saying? Like a little accent drum, pretty much, and then a little accent guitar, pretty much, not making it into a song. You understand? So like, yeah, just a little bit, not turning it into music. You know,
Okay,
because
okay,
you got to
okay.
feel the rhythm of the words, and that is powerful in itself. You know, the whole point of poetry is focusing on what they're saying. You know,
It's
um,
spoken word, not spoken instruments.
yeah, yeah, and like rap. You know, you're supposed to listen to, but some of them are just playing with the beats. You know, and there's some of them are more focused on the beat than on the words.
I was just gonna
So
say that sometimes the beat is better than than the word, so we rather listen
yeah,
to the
like
beat.
catches you more.
Yeah, we got who is that? That Sin City. Sin City is up in here. Dopeness. I definitely do commend that man because he's been trying to get his thing correct since the beginning. Since he was here like for like 5:55, and like his camera is not turning on, and he keeps on getting knocked out. He's been texting me, telling me that it's some firewall or something that's holding him back, but I'm not really sure. But let's go ahead and bring inside Sin City. Sin City,
What up?
how's
Sin
it
City,
going?
bitch. I'm good. I was having problems logging in and all that, you know.
Well, what's going on?
I don't know. It's that I couldn't do it on my phone, and then I had to log into my computer, and then I had to log into a different thing. It's all good. I'm
You're
here.
here now. You're here now. That's what that matters, right?
Facts.
Facts only. Facts only. But we have Chanel here. She's a spoken word artist. We have Sin City, bitch. I don't like to say that B word, but it's her name, so I have to respect her
I had
name.
to put it for you.
Yeah. So she's a hip hop artist. She just finished wrapping up a music video. How was the music video?
It was good. We're filming again next week, and then I'm going to be working on my own videos in the next couple weeks as well.
Oh,
So
you was a
busy.
feature on somebody else's video.
Yeah,
Okay.
we're working on some new stuff.
All right. You're gonna be performing on Friday the 13th as well.
Yes.
And what is actually funny is the whole Friday the 13th goes with your whole image and all that stuff.
Right.
Yeah.
My dad was actually born on Friday the 13th as well.
Oh, that's wild. Shout out to your dad. So you have a song called Toxic that I really
Yeah.
like. Are you performing that on Friday the 13th?
I believe I actually am going to, just because it fits the theme, and my artist that I was going to perform with, he can't come because he's leaving for Atlanta, so I'm going to switch it to Toxic. I am.
All right. Yeah. Can you let the people that haven't heard the song, that are just now getting to know you, know about that song Toxic?
Yeah, of course. I was in a crazy ass relationship, and I always seem to do a song by the end of the relationship. It's either good or bad, and this one, it wound up extremely toxic. So I wrote the song about it.
Yeah, like I've known Sin City for before the pandemic. So I would say like maybe like 3 years, three and a half years by now. I've known Sin City. She used to come out to our weekly open mics that we used to do over at the Delancey, and she also helped out with booking some acts, and she introduced me to a few good artists and a few toxic artists.
Crazy ones.
Some toxic artists as well. But I definitely appreciate her she's always on her grind, and I definitely do salute her on that. And
Thank you.
And I've heard her perform every week for like a year back when we was doing the open mics. And this song Toxic, in my opinion, is the best song that I've heard from her.
Oh yeah, it's good.
Yeah.
I got a lot of new stuff coming. It only gets better.
Yeah, so like this song Toxic. Did you shoot a music video for that? How about that? Have you done that?
I plan on it. I definitely need to.
Yeah, because I like listening to the song and visualizing it, in my head. Like I would love to see what you actually come up with when it comes down to a visual for that particular song.
Yeah, it's gonna be crazy.
You have to tell a story. You can't do the ordinary, go out on the street and just shoot random stuff. You're like it have to be storyboarded. I need to see that.
Yeah, especially with a lot of the whole love theme stuff. It is a story, so I gotta tell it visually too.
Yeah. So, do you have any projects that's coming out?
Me?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, because of the whole pandemic, a lot of things got thrown back, put on the back burner and everything. Still doing my TV show, the Sin City Show, which I did the podcast with you as well. Mm-hmm. And I have my Rise album that's coming. I'm working on my Sin City Bitch album. Freak Shit is back in the making. I have an album called Freak Shit.
Oh, interesting. What is that about?
Freak Shit, Sin City Bitch. Yeah, and I'm always working with features. I'm always collabing with new artists and people I know. So yeah, right now I just finished a song called "Pop the Bottle," and it's gonna be featuring Chubb Mason.
Okay, shout out to Chubb Mason. I don't know that guy, but
he's been a good friend of mine since I actually moved to the Bronx. So He's a very big supporter. He's also an artist and has his own little shows and stuff too.
Wait. I I have to bring this up because some people be getting mad, right? Whenever somebody says little anything. So like like you like yeah he has a little show and then you're like yo what are you trying to say about my little show? I don't got a little show, I got a big show, But like
No,
it's
I
just
mean like he just
no
started it, so it's little,
no technically
I'm
it
not
really is
hating.
little.
I'm just
I,
saying,
I'm just messing with you like because like people
I
like
know
oh
you're always messing with me.
yeah, I'm very sarcastic and just the way I am.
I didn't
Like
even know I said little.
yeah nobody because it's just a part of our culture is that like I don't know. It's just like the way that like we just talk and communicate with each other. Like, oh, yeah, I heard your little song. Like,
You little
yeah.
shit.
Chanel,
I
do
didn't
that
mean it like that at all.
ever? Chanel, do that ever happen to you? When like somebody be like, oh yeah, no, I came down to your little show. I've been to your little show before.
No, they don't downsize me.
No,
I
but
do
it's
big
not.
things.
But it's not like to me. I don't think that people do it intentionally to downplay somebody's situation. It's just the way that like people just be talking. Like I think that in our culture, a lot of people are afraid to give flowers. So it's like if I big you up, I'm making myself smaller, kind of thing. So it's like, yeah, yeah, you doing. I see you doing your little thing. I'm like, what do you mean by little? And be like, oh, I don't even mean about like that. Like I just been seeing you. I'm like, it's okay to say that somebody do dope shit.
By all means, though, he is an extremely talented artist, and I really want to see him go places. Like I didn't mean to big him, little him down or whatever at all.
Is he a singer or a rapper?
He does both.
Oh, he does both. Oh, cool.
Yeah.
All right, I have a question. If he's so dope, why is he not performing on Friday the 13th?
Because he actually moved to Florida.
So there's planes, trains, and automobiles. No,
he'll be out in June. We're working on this song, so if you got a show in June, we'll be there.
Actually, I'm thinking about doing a Juneteenth event. That's what I'm thinking about doing.
Oh, that's hot.
Because like we have so many issues with this event. So like we're doing May 13th. So I said, all right, a month after that is around June 15th ish, and I'm like, so why not do a Juneteenth event? So I'm going to see if I can rattle together some artists that would fit that kind of theme. I can't do a Juneteenth event and then people are talking about killing other black people and stuff like that. We can't have that kind of music at a Juneteenth event. So like we need some positive energy and things like that. I remember I used to do a Valentine's Day event every year. And I only wanted like love songs and uplifting, kind of songs. And my first year, an artist, I told him the theme. He said, "Yeah, I got that." Blah 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 blah. And then he came to the event and started, talking about killing some people and like, degrading women and all this other stuff. I'm like, yo, wait. So what I started doing after that is I started screening all of the music. So you have to send me the music beforehand for me to make sure that it fits this theme to be able to perform. So that's what I've been doing ever since. And I haven't had that issue ever again. And that's another reason why I have artists send me their music ahead of time. Because like Chanel is a spoken word artist, so she didn't have to upload any music whatsoever. She was all good.
She can do whatever she wants.
Yeah, yeah. I can't screen that. I can't screen that. I can't make sure, because like she can tell me that she's doing one song and then go up there and do an audible, and then do something completely different. So that's all good. Chanel, what's your Instagram for anybody that's tuned in?
Chanel the artist.
That's real easy, right?
Yeah.
And Sin City, what about yourself?
It's Sin City _SOTA Sota. One of my other TV shows. I'm actually gonna start hosting again on.
So what is SOTA?
Sota is supporting other talented artists. It's an interview show, where they perform and I interview them. We got a couple games that we do. I almost said little.
No, you didn't say little. I heard you.
No, I almost said little.
Yeah.
I said a couple little games. But yeah, we got a couple games that I do, ask some quick questions. And yeah.
All right. So a matter of fact, let's play a little game then.
Let's do it.
All right, Sin City, since you are a hip hop artist, correct? Well, would you consider yourself a hip hop artist?
Yeah, R&B, hip hop.
And you're a female, right?
Yeah, last I checked.
No, because this is 2022. I don't know. So
this long you don't know?
No, I'm just saying, like, things can change in 3 years. You can say a matter of fact, I am something
I
else.
used to be.
like I identify as a man from a billionaire that had perfect credit. That's what I identify as. So now you have to address me as such. So, but who was the first female hip hop platinum artist?
I would have to say Little Kim. Maybe. That's what I hope it is. I love her.
You're supposed to know this because you're a female.
But it's probably Cardi. I don't know.
No, it happened before.
Way before?
Yeah. Chanel, would you like to take a guess?
I have no idea.
All right. The answer to that question is Da Brat.
Wow.
No way. Da Brat?
It was just her birthday the other day, too. I love her.
Yeah. So she was the first female hip hop artist to go platinum.
I just heard that shit, too, on the radio.
Yeah. So she forgot her birthday was the other day. They probably said it.
They did.
And actually what we're going to do on Friday the 13th is have these type of questions. And this will be open for anybody that attends. Actually, you was around. What was I doing trivia during the weekly events, or did I have the will? Did I have the will?
Yeah, you had the wheel.
All right, so that's what it was. I started off doing trivia first. I used to give away like a shitload of money, we had this one event, and I had 10 envelopes, and each of them had between $10 and $100 in them. And if you answered one of the questions, you got to pick an envelope, and what was in the envelope, you got to keep. So if you got, and that was actually one of the questions. That's why I still knew it. And I'm like, all right, let me go ahead and pull out one of the questions I already know. And I don't have to Google or anything like that. So we actually brought it back at our last event that we did in the Bronx, and we were giving away power chargers, we were giving away lighters, Put Me On brand, of course. And what we're going to do for Friday the 13th is also give away some movie tickets as well. We might give away a little bit of cash, some drinks, things like that. We're going to have some free snacks for everybody. So, feel free to come on out. Basically, it's what I want to do with this event, and just to let you guys know, and also everybody that's tuned in, is that I'm looking to build a community for artists to be able to come out and showcase their talents without really having to have a ton of pressure on them. Cause a lot of the shows nowadays are competitions, so nobody wants to show nobody else love. They won't even clap for them because they're afraid that they will sway for the other person to win. So everybody just over there stone faced. Yo, this person just killed it, and you just standing there. It's crazy. So I don't want things to be like a competition. I want it to be a place where people can just go, have a good time, network, meet other people, and just get yourself out there, and then get some footage. Because nowadays, that's what it's all about. Is about putting together that content so you can put it up on social media so people can actually see what you actually are doing, and believe in your brand. Because if people are not seeing you doing it, then they're like, I don't know if I should support it or if I shouldn't. So I want to give people a reason to do it. Actually, speaking of that, Chanel, the artist, up on her Instagram, Chanel the artist actually posted a piece of one of her performances from how long ago was that post? What was that video? Chanel?
It's from like 2 weeks ago
Yeah. So
or last month. Yeah, last month sometime.
yeah, so if you want to see some of her spoken word, you could go up on her Instagram and check out some of that.
And I
And
also have a link from my blog.
is in the bio.
Yes.
Yeah, just click the link in the bio, and
Yeah.
don't forget to follow us too. You know, everybody should be following us because we do some pretty good things. You check out the bottom right of the screen right now to follow us. So I'm sorry, Sin City, for blocking out your name. I'll bring you back in a second. So pretty much. And what I'm looking to do, I really want to speak to Dopeness because he's still trying. I'm watching him over here. What is that? You have to bring it. Yeah, there you go. Oh, she brought out the CD. She brought out the vintage media. I got my CD. But a matter of fact, Chanel, do you have any how you put together like any albums, any like spoken word albums?
I have my blog, and then I have like a little booklet.
She said little.
Yeah, it is. It's little in size.
It says, "Oh, it's small in size. It's not in impact."
Yeah, and it only has like 5 or 6 poems in it. It's called Chanel's Natural Reaction Favorites because Chanel's Natural Reaction is the name of the blog.
And with the booklet, do you sell that? Do you sell them at your shows?
I have mainly I was selling them to like restaurant owners, and different venues that I went to, people I know, whoever was interested in it. Yeah.
Yeah, because I just thought about it. I'm like, yeah, a small booklet in size, small in size booklet.
Yeah.
Would be pretty inexpensive to produce, and it's be easy to carry. And I'm like, there'll be like some great merch, So hey, if you like this, I got my Chanel booklet, for sale for $5 or whatever you feel like charging them. And yeah, I need to start doing some poetry. I'm like, I'm really thinking like business stuff. I'm like, oh, interesting.
Yeah.
So have you ever thought about doing like a spoken word album?
No, but if somebody got the gear for it, sure. I mean, I could try it. Recording.
And where you based
I just remember going to the studio with my mom, and it was just so long and drawn out, and having to do it over and over again. Like I never wanted to do that.
She's traumatized from her childhood.
Yeah.
Yeah, because
she definitely don't want to go to the studio with me.
I'm
doing it over and over and over.
You know what it is? It does take time sometimes.
Yeah.
But what I realize is like if you rehearse at home, it's quicker in the studio. So if you come prepared and you already have it memorized, then most of the time you just knock it out. Maybe 1-2 times, especially like spoken word because there's no beat. So without a beat, you're not really being off beat or off key or whatever the case may be. And as long as you say it right.
Yeah, but the words have a flow to it, and there's rhythm.
Yeah, but your rhythm.
Yeah.
Yeah, because like this is what you do. So, it's just something to think about. I'm always looking at ways of monetizing people's careers. Interesting. So Sin City, I have a question for you.
What's that?
All right. So why do it be taking you so long in the studio? How about that?
Because I'm so particular about my shit. Like I'm my biggest critic always. Like to the point where I get sick of this. Like I feel uncomfortable with the whole song once it's done. But like I've like talked to a lot of people, like they're just like, yo, just put it out. Like, stop your biggest critic, and it's like it's hurting you. Because I will keep stuff forever. I will go to different studios if I don't like the way it sounds. Like,
Well, you should.
I'll be holding out.
If you don't like the way it sounds, then you definitely should re-record it. I have one more question now. I want to speak about something else that you just triggered off of what you just said. How long did it take you to record Toxic?
Toxic, I actually did really quick because it was one of the times, like, of the many millions that we broke up, that I just kind of every time we broke up, like I would get back on my grind, like, and I would write something and I would record it like that day. But basically it took about 2 or 3 days. It took, I recorded it. I went actually up to Mass. I don't know if you know Joyner Lucas, but I grew up with him, and I went to his producer to do it because it was a Joyner type beat, and it actually kind of reminded me of him. So I went there, I recorded it, and then I had him mix it, the next day, and it took about 2-3 days.
All right. It took you 1 day to actually record the vocals.
Yeah. I literally wrote the song. I went the next day to the studio, and then the next day it got mixed.
All right. And who got the TV in the background?
Not me.
Oh,
I don't watch TV.
I do.
Yeah, can you turn it down a little? I'm here to like the story, but basically, I've noticed that most of the time, whenever it's a story that is like important to you, or like you really have an emotional connection to, it's easier to record.
Yeah, it came out quick.
Yeah, because it was real. Like if you fabricating and talking about like things that like you really don't have a connection with, because like you just think that it's a cool concept or whatever the case may be. The artists that might talk about like the jewelry in the cars and things like that, and they really don't have jewelry in cars. It takes them longer.
They don't have it.
They don't have the jewelry in the cars yet. Hopefully.
Yeah, but they gotta vision it. You gotta start with the thought.
Yeah, but it takes them longer to record it, because they don't have that real sense of what's the proper word?
Inspiration.
No. The inspiration is that they want to get money.
They have that. Yeah, they have that.
Yeah,
well, I mean,
they don't have that. They don't have that connection to the story as in as you would like you was in a toxic relationship. So writing about your relationship is easy because you was already there. You like you lived that, so it was easy to write, and then it was easy to go to the studio and record the song because you can actually visualize everything that actually really happened. So like you can hear it in the tone that you had, and that's why I think that I like it the most, because I'm like, and from social media, I could kind of see the toxic
people
shit,
lived it.
because like
they experienced it firsthand. Definitely.
Like you didn't show it on social media, but I can see the way that things was happening. I'm like, it doesn't seem healthy.
Yeah, no, he put a lot out there, so it was like,
I didn't follow that dude, so
yeah,
I didn't see.
But he was even hacking into my accounts. He was doing a lot that was just way too much. So
the main thing was that I've known you before you got into that relationship, and I seen the way that you was moving, and then I seen that you was in a relationship, and I noticed that everything was kind of like different.
Yeah.
Because like it just seemed like you were just like, I didn't see no more music from her. I didn't see her going out to events and doing things on her own. It's like whenever I seen her, I seen him. And most of the time, like whenever you see that, it's because it's some type of controlling environment that is basically, being like, yeah, where are you going? I'm going there too, kind of situations. And from my experience, that's never good. like a lot of people. Well, I'll say women because like most of the time, like dudes that I know, don't really, go for it. But like the women that I've known over the years that have been in those type of relationships, they actually think that it's cute that that their man is, controlling and wanting to be there all the time. Oh, he always wants to be with me. He wants to be with me. And whenever I go out, he comes out with me. And whenever he goes somewhere, he wants me to go with him. And they think that is cute, but they don't understand that most of the time it's because he wants to make sure that he has a leash on you. He knows what you're doing and who you're doing it with.
Yeah, it's manipulation.
Yeah. So I'm glad that you're out of it.
Me
Hopefully,
too.
hopefully, you see out of it because most people that's watching this podcast right now is probably like, she might go back, and I have seen that.
It'll definitely never happen. Like it got to the
Yeah.
point where it's just no turning back.
I feel you. Chanel, do you have a poem for that
What?
about toxic relationships?
No, not about toxic relationships. I tried to make the best of every relationship I was in, and I actually have a fiance now, and I
Hey,
haven't wrote anything
congratulations.
yet. Thank
Congratulations.
you. I have not wrote anything yet, so it's gonna be all lovey-dovey,
So yeah. So like can you let us know how long have you been in that relationship?
I've known him for 6 months. We've only been together for 3. And today I was like celebrating our engagement by going to the park and taking pictures and stuff.
So like
Yes.
it's a new relationship and like you hit it off instantly.
Yeah, pretty much.
That's super dope. And what is wild is like a lot of people they're like, oh, it's too soon, Chanel. Right? But
Yeah.
every
mean,
old no, but wait, every old relationship, like people that I've known that have been together for 30 years, 40 years in marriage, most of them got married or engaged like quickly. Because like when you know, then you know. Like it shouldn't take you 3-4 years to know if somebody's the one for you.
Yeah.
That means that like you're not spending enough time and you're not communicating enough. If you're going to take you 5 years and be like, yeah, I think I can do this, So, but definitely shout out to y'all. And you haven't wrote one piece about him.
Not yet. But it's so funny because like one of my pieces that I wrote years ago, that's called Hot Plate, kind of talked about what we've been through. So maybe I wrote one before I met him. You know what I'm saying?
Subconsciously.
Yeah. Because I used to meditate a lot, and I feel like that kind of makes you a little psychic when you meditate. Like you know things beforehand, because you're aligned with the universe. So, yeah.
And do you still meditate?
Not as much as I used to, but I was trying to meditate today, but they blocked off. I normally meditate like by willow trees and the water because it's very peaceful and stuff. But there's one by my parents' house. They cut that one down. I was so upset, I almost cried. And then there's one at Central Park, and they blocked it off because they're doing like construction around it. Like half of the garden was blocked off, and then half of the lake was blocked off. So I don't know how long that's going to take to open up again.
They're also doing a marathon today as well.
The bike marathon, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I saw some people with bikes and the numbers on their backs.
yeah, they blocked off a lot of streets today. And
go
ahead.
It's Central Park, 110th Street. You take the 2 or the 3 there. That is like the most beautiful section that I've ever seen. So,
the garden?
Yes, the conservatory garden. They open it up in the spring. Yeah, and they have the big lawn. Somebody must have thrown a party there because there's a bunch of tents. I was like, oh man, you don't get the full effect of the lawn and the flowers and the tulips and stuff because all the tents were blocking it. But I was like, it must have cost some grip to rent that out, after hours.
A matter of fact, your fiance might rent it out for you for your wedding.
I've seen a lot of people get married there.
Yeah, it's beautiful.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know
Beautiful.
what? You know what's actually wild is I've never been there.
Really? You
I,
gotta check it out.
I've lived
110th Street, take the 2 or 3.
I've lived in New York for all my life, 41 years, and I have not seen at least 60 to 70% of what everybody would say that I
The
need to see.
tourist attractions.
Yeah, it's like I've been to Central Park maybe like 3 times in my life, and would just do something quick. I went to what's those concerts that they do in the
The summer
parks?
concerts?
Yeah,
Global,
yeah, the summer, whatever the summer free ones that they
United
be doing
Global,
all
Yeah.
throughout the five
Global
boroughs.
Unity.
Something and certain name here. That's what we do. You know, so I went there once for one of those concerts, and I went there because when I was younger, I was looking for a job, and I went and applied to one of those temp agencies. You know, like you have to go in mad early in the morning, and then they'll assign you to a job for the day. So I did
Mhm.
that, and then they asked me if I wanted to do the AIDS walk, if I wanted to work the AIDS walk. And I'm like, I don't care, whatever. So I went to Central Park to help with the AIDS walk thing. So that was the second time, and the third time I forgot what I was doing, but yeah, I'm like 2 or 3 times I went to Central Park. I never went to the World Trade Center prior to it. Well, now I can never go because it's no longer here. So never went there. I never went to the Statue of Liberty.
Really?
Yep. I went in the Empire State Building once, and that was during that little temp thing because I was a messenger and I dropped off a package at the Empire State Building. Yeah, I haven't been to like most of the stuff. I think I went to the Bronx Zoo before. I think I went.
What about Botanical Gardens?
Never been.
You gotta go to the gardens, yo. They're
Hey,
beautiful.
sure, yo, I'm about to start calling you the garden.
No, I love nature.
Now the garden. It's kind of like when we first got on, she was like, "Yeah, I just came from the garden," and then she saw the garden in there. She was like, "The gardens, the gardens, the gardens."
Yeah.
But
We're gonna
You know,
call it
it's actually-
Chanel Garden.
yeah, Chanel garden.
Yeah.
A matter of fact, you need a piece that's called the garden. How about that?
I have one called Locks, and it talks about the willow tree and how they're very similar and like seeing the roots and stuff.
Okay. So
Yeah.
so she did incorporate some trees in at least one of
Yeah.
her pieces.
Hmm.
But at the end of the day, I think that Friday the 13th, for anybody that let me bring that back up. Boom. Anybody that's interested in checking out Chanel and her spoken word, Sin City and her hip hop. A matter of fact, let me bring up the list of the other artists so I could give them some shout outs. Let's go and bring it up. In the garden.
In the garden.
Oh yeah. Sin City, you from Mass, right?
Yeah. I knew you was gonna catch that.
No, I said
Garden.
yeah, the garden. So
We don't say ours.
the garden.
Oh yeah. The garden.
So like we got Sin City. We have Poetic Justice. They're hip hop. She's a hip hop artist. That's a woman, and she's bringing out her guests. We have Chanel the artist. We have Dopeness that does said that he's on his way home and he's going to hop on his computer and try it again. So hopefully he can make it here. We got Jay Skills. He's another hip hop artist. We have T-Rex. He's a hip hop artist. We have Goth Kitty. So, Sin City, you're not the only gothic looking hip hop artist.
Not the only kitty.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Oh, that means
You forgot?
it might be your daughter.
Oh God.
You might have to take out underneath your wing. That'll be cool. That'll be wild. We got Mary, which is Mars on the Moon. She's an R&B artist. She actually performed at our last event. She was just there to support. And one of the artists, his song was acting up. So the show had to keep going. So I said, "All right, Mary, come here. Can you perform a song while we figure this out?" and like, reluctantly she said, okay, and then everybody loved her. And then she was like, can I perform at your next event? I'm like, yeah, no
Oh,
problem.
really?
So yeah, she's gonna do a complete set on Friday the 13th. So we got her. Shouts to her. Um, we got Mac Cobain. I like that name. Shouts to Mac Cobain. Because you know what's funny is, it's like artists would book, and then I'll just like copy their name or whatever, but I won't ever like say it out loud. And now that I'm saying, I'm like, oh, that's Matt Cobain. I get it. I get it. I get it. Shouts to him. We have Karasta Music Records, Sin City, I think referred to him. Or was it? No. She gave me the look. Then if it wasn't her, then it was
There's a couple there.
DJ Nelly. Shout out to DJ Nelly. I don't know. I got it in my notes. So it's out of her or DJ Nelly referred them, because I know that I didn't know them before them signing up. So shout out to them. That's two artists that's going to come out and perform. We have OG Jimmy. The thing is, OG Jimmy's manager secured his slot. So I was communicating with his manager, and I had because like whenever like you hear somebody's name, you start picturing them, even though like you never seen them before. And then when I finally seen a picture of OG Jimmy, I was like, I would have thought that was OG Jimmy. So if you want to see what I'm talking about, come down Friday the 13th in Brooklyn, secret location, a dope theater. The theater is dope. You're gonna love it. But yeah, come down. Tickets are only $20. And you get to see all these beautiful acts. And we also have giveaways and all that other good stuff. And we have Songbird Soli. She's gonna come out and perform. I love her. Like she's so into this show, and like she stayed promoting it. She's making like all these self-fold flyers and everything like that. So shout out to her up on her. She's definitely up on her grind with that. She bringing R&B, of course. As you can tell by her name. So shout out to her. And today, about maybe like half an hour before we actually started up this podcast, we had Hayes Boogie. He locked down, and that's definitely is Sin City's people's. So shout out to Sin City on that. So he's just locked in as well. So that's our lineup so far. I'm actually looking for maybe like two more artists because we have the venue for 4 hours. And as of right now, we have about an hour and 30-ish amount of actual performance time that is already allocated. And I want it to be around like a 2-hour show. So I want people to actually get a nice variety of music. But I don't want it to be overwhelming. Sin City, I'm pretty sure that you've been to shows like that. So I asked Chanel first. Have you ever been to an event that was similar to like the Lamb Chop theme song? It's like the show that never ends.
Oh, it goes on, never on and on and on.
It never ends.
Have you ever been to like a Lamb Chop type of event
No.
that just kept going?
No. Normally, they have like a certain amount of people, and then their acts are good, and it captivates your attention. So I haven't ever felt that. No.
How about you, Sin City?
I've definitely been to a few that like people haven't been able to perform. I mean, myself included, and they book too many people. They're greedy. They I mean, to a point, like I know I host shows and I book a certain amount of people, book a high, like not too many, but like a higher amount, because a lot of people don't show up and you never know.
Yeah, I definitely agree with that. And I've been a part of those events, with my own events. Like when I first started, my first event, I took off of somebody else's hands. Somebody had an event, and they couldn't book it, and like they called up my boy. My boy was the chief editor for a magazine, and I overheard them, like speaking, and he was like, yeah, I'm going to have to cancel my event, blah, 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 blah. And at the time, I was covering events. So I'll go out with my camera and interview artists and all this other stuff or whatever and put it up on YouTube. And, so I met like a ton of artists. And I'm like, yo, all of these artists are dope, blah, 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 blah. I got their contacts. And when that guy canceled, I'm like, I can do it. I'm like, how much is it? Right? So he told me how much he spent on the venue, which was a lie. So he still owes me money, because I found out how much he was charging. He actually taxed me on the joint, but it's fine. It's cool. So I gave him the money, and I'm like, I want to pick out 15 acts, and I just want to have a dope show. It was called the LAST Invitational, right? So the last Invitational, and LAST stood for Leave a Statement Tonight, right? I'm like, that's what I wanted to do. I just wanted to leave a statement, just kill the show. I just want to put on a dope show, blah, 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 blah. So I wasn't charging anything. I just wanted to pick out the best artists that I ever met. So I started calling them. And, some of them were like, yeah, I don't do music no more. I went and got a job. I got married, I had a kid, all this life stuff. And I'm like, damn, so I'm just going through, more artists. So I found 15 artists that agreed to do the event. And they're like, yo, how much is it? I'm like, yo, it's free. You don't have to pay nothing. They're like, oh, cool. Yeah, I'm down. So they all said that they was down. And the day of the event comes and 3 of them show up. 3 artists showed up. Only one of them came with like 3 people. And, so it was like a total of maybe like 11 people in the venue. 11 people in the venue. And I'm like, this is crazy. So after that, I'm like, I have to charge them, because that's the only way I want to guarantee that they show up.
And that doesn't even work all the time either. People
so,
will just throw that away. They don't even care.
For $150, they would.
So yeah. I would hope so.
Yeah, so I started. I did an event the next month. I charged $150. That's when I started doing the competitions. So I was charging $150. The winner gets $1,000, and a music video and photo shoots and the whole prize package thing or whatever. So I charged $150. 20 artists signed up. 19 of them showed up. 19 of them showed up. It was like 200 people in the venue. It was amazing. It was great. So I said, all right, that's great. So I understood that aspect. And then later on, I started trying to do free events again. And every time I did an event that was 100% free, it would turn just like the first event. The majority of the artists won't show up. And, that's why, like, for this event, I'm like, everybody just pay admission. It's $20. Everybody pays admission, and then that will give artists the incentive to show up. Okay, like you have some skin in the game. So like I can be like, all right, Chanel is in the event. Sin City's in the event. I don't have to overbook it because that's what some artists do. Like if it's free, they'll book 30 acts, hoping that half of them show up. But what if all of them show up? And then that's when you turn to lamb chop. We don't want lamb chops. Because like, I've been to those events and that like they're in like 3 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah.
I'm like, yo, what? Doors open at 7. Chanel shows up at 7. She don't go on until like 1. I'm like what? I'm like how can you do this? Me personally, I can't do that. So like I like to start my events a half an hour to an hour after the doors open. Like I rather do and I like for my events to end before the latest is 1 o'clock in the morning. The latest.
When you let people know what number they are and they let them choose. A lot of places don't. They'll just leave you hanging.
Yeah, the reason why I do that is to make sure that everybody comes on time. Right? Everybody comes on time. Okay, everybody wants to be able to pick their slot. Nobody wants to go first. Nobody wants to go last. Right? So you show up on time. You pick your own slot. You want to go fourth? Go fourth. the person after you picks whatever slot that they want, except for the slot that the previous person picked, and that's fair, right? There's no favoritism going on. You can't say that, I'm showing love to Sin City, because I have a history with her because she was around all the time. Everybody be treated the same, and that's the only way that I can keep my name, my reputation clean, is by making sure that everything is a level playing field and there's no favoritism. So Sin City can't call me like, yo, I'm stuck in traffic. Can you put me down as fifth? No, I'm not doing that. No, you be here on time like everybody else, and you pick your slot. And then I know exactly how much time is needed because I know that everybody has 8 minutes. So I'm like, all right, Sin City got 8, Chanel got 8. So I can be like, all right, this show is going to be around an hour and a half, or this show is going to be an hour and 45 minutes. So I'm like, all right, the show is going to start this time. It's over by this time. Or I can be like, all right, I have an hour and 45 minutes worth of performances. Now I can go ahead and do some giveaways, or I can do a little trivia, or I can mix in different things that's fun for the audience that makes it more interactive. So I know how much time I have, and I know it because I know what time I want it to end. And like the show for Friday the 13th, I would like it to end by midnight. People got things to do the next day. They got work, you got school. Nobody really wants to be out until 3 o'clock in the morning, listening to a bunch of people that they don't know. Like even whenever I'll go to like a Jay-Z concert, I don't want to be out watching Jay-Z until 3 o'clock in the morning. The only person that makes you wait out that long is Lauryn Hill. Lauryn Hill is late to everything, but that's neither here nor there. Shout out to Lauryn Hill. I love her. I just hope that she just starts being on time. But so I'm about to wrap this up. So Sin City, I want to thank you for being a part of the show. How can people follow you?
Definitely. You can Google Sin City Bitch with a BX. That's Sin City BXTCH. My Facebook is Cynthia Sin City Colette. My Instagram is SinCity_SOTA, and pretty much look up Sin City or Sin City Bitch on everything, Spotify, YouTube. Sin City Productions on YouTube.
All right, and Chanel?
You can find me on Instagram at Chanel the Artist. That's Chanel with the S. And yeah, that's pretty much I use Instagram. That's it. And I have my blog. Mm-hmm. My blog is Chanel's Natural Reaction.blogspot.com.
Okay. And before we go, because somebody always says something that triggers something else. How often are you updating your blog, Chanel?
I used to do it every day. When I worked for Bank of America, my coworkers used to, and now I just maybe once a month, once every 2 months.
We have to get you back on it, man. We have to get you back
on it.
But
I have hundreds of posts on there, so there's tons of stuff to read. It doesn't need to be daily for me anymore.
What is it about?
Plenty of content. You could go into a deep dive.
All different stuff. Like I got arrested. I wrote about bookings. I write about like life experiences and everything,
All right. So now I need to know, what did you get arrested for?
For jumping a turnstile.
Oh, no.
They didn't give me a ticket. They were supposed to give me a $50 ticket. And I was like, come on now. I was like, the door is open. I just walked through it. And the cops were on the other side.
They set you up.
Yeah.
And how long were you there? Overnight?
Overnight, because the judge, I was like after hours. So I had to wait in the morning to the judge. And they let me out recognizance, on my own recognizance. Mm-hmm. And they were like, don't do it again. I was like, that's not right though. I was like, she should have gave me a ticket. She's like, you're right. She should have just given me a ticket. But she's like, you have a clean background, and I'm not gonna tarnish your background with this. I was like, all right, thank you. Yeah.
One day, that overnight, that was your sentence. Sure, but
yeah.
What would have been crazy if the judge would have said, when you said, yeah, they should give you a fine. Well, yeah, you're right. and you get a $50 fine.
Oh gosh,
Yeah.
right. If
Like,
she
yeah,
gave
yeah,
me
you
the
know what?
fine,
Yeah, you know what? You should get a fine.
no,
Anyway, yeah, one overnight and a $50 fine. But
You know,
terrible.
you know what's crazy? I just was in the subway the other day, and a guy walked in the thing, but he asked the cops, and he started talking to him about like if they were still giving tickets for it, and like, and they were like, no, not really. Like, we're just really concerned about the safety and stuff. But like, if you ask, they don't really care. But
yeah,
they ripped
they
me
take it
off the
as
train.
basically they take it as like disrespect. It's like, oh, you trying to disrespect me? You see me standing here, you just going to hot the turnstile? Really?
I
That's
didn't
what
see
you're gonna do?
them.
No,
I
no,
didn't
no.
see them though.
But like sometimes that's what they actually think. It's like, all
A
right,
lot
Yeah,
of the time,
that's all I'm
they're undercover too.
Um,
yeah.
and now we have to get into this. Have you heard? Because this will be a podcast, right? You know, so have you heard about the city is actually looking to put some barriers on the turnstiles now to stop people from hopping it?
No.
Oh, really?
Yeah, yeah, they put it on the news. That was like maybe Wednesday or Thursday, because they were saying that evasion is up like 25% from last year, like 25% more, and they said that they're losing like I think like a $500 million in like lost fares. You know,
Wow.
so pretty much they're looking to put barriers to stop people from being able to hop it. But I'm like,
Next, I
I
can put
heard there.
spikes.
but I'm like, but like there's still the door. You know, people open the door and then you walk through.
Yeah.
I heard they
You know,
were
so like,
doing some like X-ray stuff because of all the guns and stuff too.
yeah, like I'm like,
Oh, really?
do you know how much money they're gonna be spending on this stuff? Like, so
Exactly.
if you get an X-ray machine, then you have to have somebody that's operating the X-ray machine. So now you're gonna have a cop at every entrance. Do you know how
And
many
it's gonna be
entrances?
irritating. Like it's gonna hold up everything.
Yeah, it's gonna be a long ass line. Cause
Yeah.
like, what are you gonna have? Like 5 of them, 6 of them? You know, and then like you have to put your bag in the thing too. What's going on? You know, like it's gonna turn
That's
into
just
like
like
the
what
airport.
happened with 9/11. Every time we have a major, something going on with the country and the world, they gotta
Yeah,
put up security.
but like the 9/11 thing was they were like randomly checking bags. So like, you know, for every like 100 people, they'll grab one person, like whatever, you know. But an X-ray machine, so like you have to like leave for work like an hour early.
Right. I mean, I
Knowing that
do
they're
anyways, and the only time I leave early is the times I be late because the stupid trains aren't running or whatever.
yeah, but I'm saying like you have to leave another hour
On
because like
top of the trains not running, now you
you're
gotta
like
get
yeah,
searched.
yo man, I know there's gonna be a line at my subway station. Yeah, you over there traveling to like subway station because you think that the other one is gonna be emptier. Yeah, man, yeah, it's less lines over here. So, but I went to I think it was like out of Jersey or Pennsylvania, and they actually had turnstiles that were like super high, and like once you like you paid, then like it opened up, and I'm like, they should have this in New York. Yeah, now they're probably about to have this in New York.
Boston is like that too.
Yeah, because I'm like, if somebody makes it over this, they deserve to get it. You know, like if you
Right?
climb over this high thing, you deserve to be able to go for free. Basically, it should be easy or hard, right? The easy way of getting into the train is by paying, or you could go the hard way and climb over this thing and possibly hurt yourself. But I think that like the cops should be like, if you make it over, you get to go on, no problem. But if you hurt yourself, that's on you. So, because like you have to be poor to climb over that thing. It's the truth. And if you poor, then why shouldn't you not be able to travel? Would you agree with that, Chanel?
Yeah.
People that
I
don't
had
have
the
the money.
money. I had the money. I just went through the open door, yo.
Yeah, you seen the opportunity. You have to jump on it.
Yeah.
You're like, the door's open. Ah. I'm not going to lie, and I'm going to be honest with this podcast. I've done that as well. I'm like, it's right there.
Right. It's like, and your train is there. Like you want to save time. Like you don't want to touch things.
No. To tell you the truth, I'm not. Like I said, I won't be transparent. No, it was just there. Like the train wasn't coming. It's like if I'm walking to the subway, I'm walking, and then like somebody opens up the door, and the door is like wide open.
Right.
I'm like, yeah, I'm just gonna go
Do-do.
walk in. I'm gonna walk in, and what is funny is especially back when I used to travel a lot on like public transportation, I used to wear suits, and like if the door is wide open, I'm wearing this, this nice suit and everything, tailored joint, and I'm walking through this turnstile. I'm walking through the door. It's hilarious to me. I know that people are like, this dude got the money. He could be paid for this, but why? Why? The MTA got way more money than me.
Right.
So why should I be able to save $2.75? That
On top of the
that can help me with
tickets.
my. What was that?
Said on top of all the tickets, I drive and take the damn subway.
In my opinion, completely honest and transparent, because I look at numbers. You said that the ticket was $50.
Yeah,
For the MTA?
it was supposed to be $50 ticket.
Yeah. So if you was to analyze it, right? If you was to hop to the turnstile every time that like you take the train, a $50 ticket is nothing. Like, as long as you're able to hop at least 20 turnstiles before you get caught, you're still you're still in the black.
Yeah. That's how I look at it too.
I'm like, you can give me a $50 ticket. I'm still up by like, $50 from it. So like, cool. All right, whatever. Like I wouldn't want to spend the night in bookings though. So actually, I think that the penalty I think that the penalty should be the bookings, because I'd rather give $50 just like Chanel was like, yo, give me the ticket, man. What was it? Give me the ticket. I don't want to go. Like you have to spend a night in that dirty place. No, I'm good. But
it was filthy. There was shit on the walls and everything.
On the walls?
On the walls, yeah.
I heard that women places is worse than men. So
yeah.
now I'm actually
disgusting.
I heard that your bathrooms are horrible.
No, there's only one toilet in the store.
No. I ain't talking about the bookings. I mean like just in general. Yeah, like public bathrooms for like women is like disgusting. I heard.
Yeah.
Yeah, and they're disgusting. Bitches are gross. Not all bitches, but some females is just disgusting. There's always some type of shit on the seat.
Yeah, and because like when I heard that, I was like, but now I just heard Chanel say that there's shit on the walls at bookings. Like, why is there shit on the walls? That means that somebody took their hand and rubbed the walls with shit.
There's crazy people.
And go out. I've been arrested when I was a teenager, right? And I went to bookings. There's no shit on the male bookings walls. There's crazy people everywhere. But I think that like men would stop another man from wiping shit on the wall, most likely. And that has to be a fight. Like I'm against like violence in most cases, but me and you. But in a way, I don't think I could fight somebody that has shit on their hands. No, like wait. If you fight him, he might hit you with the shit.
Quit.
You win. I might have to let him wipe. Yeah, you wipe the shit on the wall. Yeah, you go ahead. You. I just thought about it. I'm like, wait. I don't think I would fight him.
Yeah.
Yeah. He gets to wipe the shit on the walls. Yeah. I'm probably going to have to move to the other side of the cell. Because another question that I used to ask people is, can you fight somebody that's naked? I don't think I could.
If I had to, probably.
It's like I think that women could, because like women, like a lot of women are more fluid with other women. Like dudes is like, it's like
a lot of the time women fight dirty. We'll be ripping off their shirts and everything anyway, so they most of the bitches wind up naked.
Guys,
or they're,
that's what
they're
like
in the club with short dresses, everything winds up hanging out.
But like a dude, I think like if a dude is naked, I wouldn't want to fight the dude, because then his stuff might, and then like you start grabbing on each other. Nah, like yeah. I think that he'll get the win too. So if a nigga
Yeah,
do wanna
I
fight me,
understand from a
nah,
guy's
you
point
got
of view.
you got this. You got this. You try to slam him and nah, you can't slam him. Nah, yeah.
There was
But
a trans that like got robbed the other day by my house, and like they were completely naked, screaming like "Help me! Somebody robbed me!" And they're like, and she whatever came up to me. He's like, "Help me! I need the police." I'm like, that way.
wait.
I'm like, and I was live with my friends and everything. I was like, oh my god. But I was like, I would not want to fight that person.
So it was, yeah, it was a male that was transitioned to a female.
It was a guy dressed as a girl.
Yeah, but you know,
With like boobs and a dick.
you're going to get what's call it. You're going to get canceled. Yeah, Sin City's canceled. But yeah, that's what I was going to ask. I was going to ask. I was like, yo, so the person was naked in front of you with this stuff out.
Yeah.
like help me.
Yes, all they had was like a coat. I don't understand why they weren't wearing the coat, but they had it like wrapped around them, like completely naked, with a cart, like slamming it the whole way down the street. Like, help me!
Wait, you said a cart, as in like a shopping cart?
Like a shopping cart.
The person.
I don't know what they were doing.
The person was probably homeless. Cause like that's the only people that I see with shopping carts.
Right, but it was empty.
Would you agree that the only person with shopping carts on the street most of the time is
yeah,
people?
Generally.
That's why I was like, I would not fight that person.
I was a child, and I used to go and play bowling over at the Port Authority over on 42nd Street. And there was a gathering that was there every week with, like a bunch of people. I don't know how old y'all are, but
36.
There used to be something called a chat line.
Mm-hmm.
Like a phone chat line. Basically, you go and call
a party line.
People. Yeah, and back up girls and stuff. So I used to go up there, to try back up girls, and then they started having a gathering at the Port Authority at the bowling alley for people to go and be able to see each other. So I'm like, let me go see these girls. So I used to go out there every week, and then they used to have a laser tag place over on 42nd Street, over on 8th Avenue, and then basically we started doing the gatherings over at the laser tag. So I was leaving the Port Authority to head over to the laser tag, and I don't know if it was a trans person or just a drag queen or whatever it was, but the person was maybe around like 6'3", like 200 and some pounds or whatever, big person. And Mr. Anderson is up in the building. Shout out to Mr. Anderson. I'm about to bring you on in a second. And there was beef with a dude, right? And at first, the voice was light on the drag queen or a trans person or whatever, and then the voice just got real deep and yo, so I'll fuck you up, blah 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 blah. And then they started fighting, and the drag queen trans person was whipping this dude's ass, and I'm like, yo, see, that's why I couldn't never fight a trans person, because you never know, like you can't get your ass whipped, because then your friends and everything laughing at you. I'm like, yo, son, you got beat up by a chick, and you're like, nah, man, what the fuck, the motherfucker twice my size. But anyway, let me go ahead and bring Mrs. Anderson over. Blessings.
Blessings, King. How you feeling?
I'm great. Introduce yourself to the people.
Mr. Anderson. I'm the.
Your phone was breaking up. I didn't quite hear you. I heard Mr. Anderson. You have to get closer to that Wi-Fi, brother.
Oh man, what happened?
He dropped the mic. You're like, Mr. Anderson.
The mic dropped.
That's what you need. You know what I'm saying?
At least he didn't throw it.
He said, if you want to find out, you know what I'm saying?
That was the mystery.
Come down. Come
Mr.
down and find out who the
Anderson.
Mr. Oh yeah, he Mr. Anderson. Just like the Matrix. Yeah,
I'm
like yo,
intrigued.
hey, the Friday the 13th showcase. Actually, I think that Mr. Anderson is actually the manager of one of the artists. And you know what's actually wild is, it's like, I hope that they don't show up this late for the show, because the show will be over. like we don't wait on guests. We don't wait on people. So OG.
Hey, what's up,
OG.
man? Hey, what's good? How y'all doing? My name is Odie. You know, I'm just
How's it going?
It's going good. It's going good. I'm on the move right now. I'm working right now, but you know, I just wanted to join the live real quick and let y'all hear my voice a little bit. Let y'all, hear my name and stuff.
It's nothing wrong with that. I definitely do appreciate you. Better late than never. You actually working your 9 to 5 right now?
Yeah.
No, it's
Yeah,
nothing
I'm
wrong with
working.
that.
That's why I
No,
was
that's the
joining
grind.
earlier.
But at the end of the day, that's what it's all about. It's all about that grind. Like you working your 9 to 5, and like you just locked in. So I definitely, I definitely do appreciate you actually making it. Now OG Jimmy, I was actually talking about you earlier, right? I was saying that your manager. I was talking with your manager. Your manager actually locked you in for the event, and then he finally uploaded your photo for the flyer the other day, so I finally got to see what OG Jimmy looks like, and I'm like you don't look like what I would imagine OG Jimmy.
Oh, you thought I was gonna be an older dude?
And I thought it was gonna be like to tell you the truth. I thought like you were gonna look mad, like mad and rugged and like like the old school OGs.
Oh,
I thought
yeah.
you I thought like you was gonna look like one of them stereotypical like movie characters up in like one of them gangster joints.
Definitely not what I pictured either.
Yeah. So I think like his name is like super dope. I'm gonna wait for his picture to come back. I don't know if he actually still can hear us. But
I can still hear you. I appreciate it. I hear you.
Yeah. So OG Jimmy, how did you get that name? Like where did that name come from?
I got that name actually from.
It's a mystery. Yeah, you broke up. Yeah, you have to say it again.
I don't know if you ever seen the movie. You ever seen the
Bobby
movie
Johnson?
South Central?
I think that's what he's talking about. Yeah. OG Bobby Johnson. Yeah.
You know his son name was Jimmy Johnson.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I didn't remember. Little Jimmy.
Yeah,
he got
kind of
his
adopted the name
stereo. Giving him like $20, maybe. Yo! Shout out to you for remembering that movie, man. Deuce here, but I'm about to go watch that movie tonight.
You about to go watch it tonight?
Yeah.
On my Fire Stick. How about you, Chanel? Have you ever seen that movie?
Nope, never seen it.
Shit, never seen it, never will.
I actually watched it. I remember the first day I watched it. It was Groundhog's Day. I was apprenticing as a piercer. And we watched it all day long on repeat.
Oh, yeah?
I remember seeing it on bootleg.
In the shop.
I had the bootleg VHS tape. And like we were watching it, and then we lend it out to everybody else. And then like I used to have like the 2 VCRs, so I used to make dubs. I used to make copies for people. But man, make me a copy of that South Central, man. Yeah. I'm watching it tonight, and then I want to tag OG Jimmy up in the joint. So
that's kind of her name from that movie, and I kind of stole it a little bit from my brother because he used to call himself Jimmy, but his name is Jeffrey, so it really didn't make no sense. So I kind of took Jimmy out and just said. So that's kind of where the OG Jimmy forms from, and I just kind of went with it as I was.
So
as
OG
I
Jimmy,
was like,
is your name?
I feel like nobody around me got.
Yeah,
Say it again?
yeah,
I
yeah.
hear
I
you.
don't think that you're gonna run into any more OG Jimmys. I said I don't think that you're gonna run into any other OG Jimmys. I think that you're a one of one.
Yeah, I've never met no other OG Jimmy.
And now my question to you is your name anywhere close to being Jimmy?
My real name is actually James.
All right. So you really are Jimmy.
I was
All right,
wondering
cool.
too.
Yeah.
All right, cool. And one more question I have for you is like, what can people expect on Friday the 13th from your performance?
Friday the 13th, you're going to expect some pain. You're going to expect to be able to relate, some fire. Like you're going to really be able to see my voice like pictured in your head. You're going to be able to picture my stories in your head.
All right, and you're a hip hop artist, correct?
Yeah.
All right, so like will you consider yourself more of like a storyteller when it comes down to your art? I don't think that you heard that question. That was a good question. It's just like Family Feud.
It
but
was
like
a good
the opposite.
question.
It was like the opposite of like Family Feud. You know, like they got good answer. I got good question.
Why would I
All right.
consider myself a storyteller?
Oh,
'Cause
you
that's
making
what I do.
deliveries?
I mostly tell stories about my life and about experiences that I've been through or people around me been through.
Okay. And now I have a question. We're thinking about doing a Juneteenth event in June. Do you think
Like
that
when
you
you
have a
like
song?
even that you would be able to reflect off and get the what would you call it, the more historic of, because I talk about stuff that go on with the black community and with the police and stuff like that have been doing to us, that I could that I'd be able to perform to bring that out, if that's
All
what
right,
you're
cool.
talking about.
Yeah, exactly. Because like we were speaking earlier about it, and I was saying how like I'll be having certain themes. Anyway, so everybody else that's tuned in. Oh, Jimmy's back. He went out and right back in.
Oh,
He said you can't hold a good man down. Can't hold a good man down. He's right back. So so pretty much we was actually speaking about doing a Juneteenth event, and I was saying how like some artists don't have that diversity to fit certain type of themes. It's like we would do a Juneteenth event, and then like they'll talk about like killing black people, and running up on ops and everything, and like that's not a good fit.
I actually pulled away from that kind of music to where sort of running down on ops type. No, I'm more on the pain side of music, to where I talk about what people put me through, or things that I've been through, or things that I noticed. Like I've done said things in songs talking about the brother who the cops had killed. They had shot his house up 100 times. I'm trying to remember his name. He was a Black Panther.
Oh shit! Oh damn! What the fuck?
Sean Penn.
Well, wait.
They shot him. They shot him. His wife was in the house when they shot him.
Yeah. I know exactly what he's talking about. But like now I can't think of his fucking name. He was the leader of the joint. Fred Hampton.
Fred Hampton.
I'm like, damn. I'm like, yo, I can't be myself if I don't know this man's name. I'm like, yo, this is disrespectful. I'm like, what the hell is
but I mentioned things about him inside the songs. I don't necessarily go to the diss tracks or dissing ops and stuff like that. I don't really do that. No, I don't really do that.
Yeah, and to tell you the truth, for a lot of young artists that is tuned in, there's no money in that either. Like by the time that you make a name for yourself, you wind up ghetto in jail.
Yeah, that's pointless.
Yeah, because if you're talking about me or you're talking about somebody else, they're going to want to come see you sooner or later.
Right.
Like if you dissing somebody and somebody like, oh, you're going to let him say about that, it's just going to be beef. I'm not booking you for my event if you over there bringing beef to my events, and nobody else is going to book you. So you're not going to have no shows. But so anyway, neither
Like
here
me
nor
with
there.
the diss tracks, I'm more creative with it. Like I had made a drill song about the, and I was police that died, and this was around the time that I've done that before, but that's more stance in a way. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Not
yeah,
with the
yeah,
because the cops in my
100%.
neighborhood, they drive around and antagonize young people. So it came across my head like, what if somebody made a diss track about them? See how you understand what I'm saying? Antagonize
Yep.
more. You understand what I'm saying?
Yep.
The same way they antagonize us.
You got that, but like you know, that's a little bit different than, you know, like what a lot of these young people are doing. Like speaking on social issues is a part of hip hop. You know, so like, you know,
Right.
speaking on police brutality, speaking about poverty, speaking about the struggle or whatever the case may be, that's all a part of hip hop. And like you're not pointing out one particular person. Like if I make a song about Sin City, then Sin City is going to feel the type of way. But if I just talk about women in general, then she's like, all right, you know, he's talking about just women in general. He's not talking about me. So you talking about police in general and the bad cops. You're like, all right, cool. You know, like if this applies to you, then
So the music make for
then
the
it
people,
applies
for
to
people
you.
to be able to relate.
Exactly. You know, so I definitely do commend you on that. Now, because I know that like you're on the road and like your reception is horrible. So OG, how can people actually follow you and like find out some more about you? Like, you know, what's your social media? He's gonna be able to do it. All right, so go ahead and try it now.
Say it again.
I said since your reception is horrible, so I'm not going to keep you. But like, what's your social media so people can actually follow you and find out some more about you?
It's OG Jimmy. Instagram. I'm on everything. Everything is OG Jimmy.
So no underscores, no nothing.
OG underscore Jimmy underscore.
Yeah, I was just about to say that.
No underscores, no nothing.
It's OG underscore. It's OG underscore Jimmy underscore.
It is?
Yeah.
Yes.
Because I just typed in
like,
OG
shit.
Jimmy. I don't know. I just type in OG
I'll be
Jimmy and
damned.
just pop up.
Yep, OG underscore Jimmy underscore. And if you need to email him, it's ogjimmy299@gmail.com.
Oh yeah, definitely.
You know, so OG Jimmy, I look forward to seeing you on Friday the 13th and hearing you uninterrupted and no Wi-Fi needed. As a matter of fact, that might be the next showcase after Friday the 13th. We might have the no Wi-Fi needed showcase, you know, because everything will be live and in person. And you don't need no Wi-Fi to get connected with these artists. Oh, yo, that joint is a dope. Let me write that shit down. That joint is a nice little tagline and everything. What do you think about?
Right,
What do you think about that,
definitely
Chanel?
appreciate it.
That's good. Yeah. No Wi-Fi needed. Yep.
Yeah. No Wi-Fi needed showcase. Come get connected. But everybody, I want to thank y'all all for being a part of the show. I want to thank everybody that's actually tuned in. If Chanel, if you haven't, and Sin City, if you haven't, feel free to share this post up on your walls, so everybody can actually see it and check it out. And what I wanted to do is I'm also going to take the audio, or not take the audio. I want to take the video and put it up on Instagram, and I want to chop it up into like little segments and stuff like that. So it should be pretty cool.
On Facebook too?
Yep.
Okay.
It's on Facebook now. On the Put Me On Inc. like page, and it's also on my personal page on Facebook. So you could grab it off of either one. And what I'll do, depending on how big the file is, I might just put it up in your box photos as well, so you can have a copy of it. You can chop it up and use it however you like. You know, because like me and Chanel really got deep into like the poetry earlier, so you know she might want to grab up a a couple of clips or whatever, so she could go and do that. Since we talked about your project and about your song, so you might want to chop up some of that stuff for your own promotional uses. So feel free to do that. And yeah, so on that note, I want to thank everybody for being a part of this show and everybody for tuning in. If you haven't already, get your tickets. Just text. Let me bring that up. You can text that number. Artists that are looking to perform, you can also text that number and to get your tickets, or you could just go and get a ticket on our Instagram. Put Me On Inc. is a link is in the bio. Click on that, then just click on that. You want to buy a ticket for the event. You can go ahead and do that. And Chanel also got tickets. You can hit her up, and she can send you over a link to get your ticket. You can also hit up Sin City and get a ticket through her as well. So all the artists have access to getting tickets. So whichever way that you deem fit is more than fine with me. I just want to see you all in Brooklyn at the theater. Where is it? Sin City?
Brooklyn?
No. The what? Is that the what? I want her to use her Boston accent again. It's fucked up. She fucked it up.
Oh, the Garden?
It's over at the Garden, at the theater.
Theater.
You know, so basically, there is seating, so you don't have to stand up. So everybody can sit down and enjoy the show. If you want to stand up, you're more than welcome to stand up. But there is seating. We will have some refreshments for you all as well with your ticket purchase. So come on out, support the artists. Come check out some new acts. And yeah, be a part of the show, win some prizes. So my name is Slims the Bank. On behalf of all the artists that are performing, I want to thank OG Jimmy, Sin City, and Chanel the artist, and also Chanel's fiance that's over on the side right now. So shout out to her fiance as well. So on that note, once again, congratulations once again on the engagement. So shout out to y'all. And I will see you all on Friday the 13th. God willing.
You there, right?
Yeah. We're cursed. We're cursed. So on that note,
let's hope not.
No, I'm just fucking around. I'm blessed and highly favored. So on that note, I want to thank everybody for being a part of the show. And I will see you on the next episode of the Put Me On podcast. Later.
Bye.